What's up, my Ugnaughts? I hope you're all doing fantastic, and I hope all your carbonite freezing facilities are all well maintained. I have no idea what I'm on about. Just want to throw out a little random greeting to everyone. Um, yeah, it's been busy. It's been about a week since I've done a video, which isn't too bad. Feels like it's a bit longer. Yeah, things have been flat out, and it is obviously the silly season, so Christmas is fast approaching, and yeah, time is of the essence. Take a bit of second bleh, tongue fail. Got to take every second you can to do what you want to do. Every free little minute you get. Yeah, busy times ahead next year. We're going to be, well, me and my girlfriend are going to be flat out. We've decided to knock down our house and rebuild it. It's 40 years old and it's going to cost a lot of more money to fix it than it is to knock it down and rebuild a new house. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to tear down this Star Wars room and pack it all away and keep it in a box in storage for 6 months or so, which is unfortunate, but I'll be able to improve on it when we build a new house. So, interesting times ahead, possibly pretty stressful, but we'll see how that goes. It's not going to stop me from buying figures, but I have to quit other things, cut back on other things. So, did buy a figure over the weekend. Just at a store called Big W we have over here, which is the equivalent to Walmart in the US. And from what I understand, it's sort of the equivalent of Asda in the UK. Correct me if I'm wrong. Once again, I haven't done my research and I'm absolutely hopeless. So hopefully I'm right. But yeah, Wave 8 and 9 has finally hit Australia. Wave 8 being the Revenge of the Jedi line. It seems Hasbro Australia finally starting to pump things out before the Phantom Menace stuff hits in January, before the film's release. So finally getting flooded. Our stores are finally getting flooded with all this new stuff, which is absolutely awesome. I did see Bastilla there. I'd nearly bought it, but I've already got one. But it'd be cool to have one carded, so I might still pick one up at a later date. And unfortunately, I couldn't find the Ponda Baba, which hopefully we'll find another time. So I picked up this guy because it's the only one I really wanted. There was a few revenge figures, but none of them there were ones I'm overly keen about. No Slave Layers, no TIE Fighter pilots, no Endor Han, so I decided to get this guy. And it is a pretty nice figure. So I just thought I'd share this one with you guys. If you've already got this one, you'll know what I'm on about. And it is a really nice addition to all your Hoth displays and Hoth dioramas, and really fleshes out those scenes. I've got this guy standing with a few of my other Rebel Hoth troopers, and Han and Chewie, and a couple other guys. In terms of accessory, he does come with these goggles, snow goggles, which do fit over the cap, even though it is a bit of a tight stretch, but I seem to have stretched it to sort of fit nicely over the top of his mask there, so it's not so bad. And he's really well detailed as far as they go, which are pretty stock standard these days. But it is not an overly standout character, I suppose, but he is a nice little addition to flesh out those scenes with all your other troopers. And he does come with the blaster, of course, which does slot nicely into his working holster. And articulation-wise, he is pretty decent. He's got the ball-jointed head, he's got the ball-jointed shoulders and elbows, swivels at the top of the glove, or bottom of the glove. Depends which side is the top and bottom, but you can see that. He's got a swivel waist. Actually, I think that's ball jointed. Semi little bit of a ball joint there, I don't know. But he's got swivel hips, ball hinge knees and ankles, so he's pretty nicely articulated, and you can get this guy in some pretty cool poses. There's a nice facial sculpt. The sort of hood mask hat thing isn't removable, which isn't a major bummer, but there's a nice facial sculpt. I hope you guys can see that alright. Nice detailing on his rank badge there, and all over his jacket. There's a nice padded look to it, and on the back. Little wrist communicator there. Couple little dots of paint on that. So there isn't a lot I can talk about this figure. I try to usually pick out a figure that I can talk a little bit more about, but this one just, yeah, I just thought I'd share it anyway. It's a newer figure, so I usually like reviewing a figure that I can talk about a little bit more. And the blaster does fit nicely in his hands, and I like the separated index finger that can fit through the trigger hole. Just gives it a little bit more stability while he's holding it, a little bit more realism and detail. So yeah, I hope you're all having a reasonably relaxed time up to Christmas, although I don't think many of you are, because I'm certainly not, and I don't think anyone else is, because it is a quite busy, stressful time. Shouldn't be stressful, but it is. I'm going to get the shopping done, and it's dreadful. But yeah, plenty more busy times ahead. So I've got to go hit the books now, because I've got a couple of tests to finish up the semester of study for this year, and then I'll go back and finish my certificate in the first 6 months of next year. So that'll be good to get that out of the way too before we start rebuilding the house. We sort of have a goal to get it done before next Christmas, so we can be living in a new house before next Christmas. So that will be handy, but it's all a matter of time and money, of course. So we've got a lot of saving to do. So yeah, we'll see what happens when the time comes. But thanks for watching, guys, as usual. I really appreciate your feedback and your comments. And if you have subscribed, I thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And I should be back. I'm going to go hunt for some figures later in the week. So hopefully I can get some new stuff. Or I'll just review something that I've got over the last few weeks. So stay tuned, peoples, my fellow Ugnaughts. And I'll be back very soon. So until then, guys, may the force be with you.